Hi. So, I just wanted to pop on really quick and let you know that my schedule is changing a bit, I think. I don't know. So, for that reason, I'm going to close my books for personal readings for the time being. Obviously, the people who already have readings scheduled, nothing changes for you. We will do those readings on those dates and times, but I'm just not going to take any new bookings, at least for right now. So obviously, I will let you know if that changes. We're talking about May. Shouts out to you, May babies, Taurus and Gemini. I'm a cusper. My birthday is on the 20th. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get into the reading. We're going to be using the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. And then we're using this tarot deck. I need to find the name of it. It doesn't come with a book, which is really annoying to me, but I'll figure it out. I'll Google it because I have no clue. I got it a couple years ago. So without further ado, and obviously because of my schedule, the videos are going to come out probably a bit more sporadically. Just an FYI on that too, if you care. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, let's see who's next. I think we're just going to finish up the Zodiac. Virgo. Let's do it. But yeah, I think we're just gonna finish up the zodiac signs first, and then we'll get started on the rest of the human design profiles. I don't think I'm gonna use the bowl to choose anymore. I don't know. It's so funny. Like, you might have heard me say before, if you've watched any of the other videos, but we go where the energy takes us as long as it feels good. And it did feel good for a while to choose the order from the bowl, but now it's like annoying. So like it doesn't feel bad. It's just annoying for some reason. So, you know, when the energy shifts, we shift with it. And I don't really know like how we're going to choose the order next time, but this is beautiful. Moon, take note of intuitive messages. There's also a new moon on Friday in Taurus. So, you know, you can see where Taurus is in your chart. Jupiter just moved into Taurus. Again, you know, just kind of see where Taurus is in your chart. You know, Jupiter being the planet of expansion and good luck and all of those good things. Beautiful. Let's get the rest of your cards out and then we'll explore that further. Maybe even Cancer, because, you know, traditionally the moon rules over Cancer. So maybe Cancer has a significant placement in your chart or part of your big three. You know, we have Mars in Cancer right now, which is, you know, the planet of motivation and get shit done. It's fire, right? We have the Page of Pentacles. Love that. Sprouting something new. We have the Hierophant, Judgment. We have Justice. We have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. And then the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Mm-hmm. Let me go grab a water. Let's see what the book has to say. And when I opened this book, like when I grabbed it, I literally opened right to the right page. So I don't know. I feel like that's something, because that never happens. So use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusions and blockages. That's like literally this. That's literally Judgment and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. That is wild. So we're going to finish up your reading in about 2.5 minutes here. I should do that one time. Anyway, okay. The moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. If the sun is God, the moon is goddess, and wait. If the sun is God, the moon is goddess, and so she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has a cyclic energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behavior. So when the moon appears in a reading, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The moon has a dark side, just dark, not negative, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. Lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. Not everything is as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased. So take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark, so ask yourself if you are avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets. She reveals all. Love that. Of course, feeling that vibe of like downloads. Be sure to write them down, even if it's just like in the notes app on your phone or something. But that way, like you can go back to them in the future. It's not like you necessarily have to do anything right now with them, but again, being able to just go back to them in the future when it is time to explore them a bit deeper or whatever the case may be. So we have this Daughter of Pentacles card here, and it's okay, yeah. I thought we had more. I thought these were major arcana cards, actually, when I was looking at them. And I was like, is this the only minor arcana card that we have out here? No. Yep. Just 50%. So, the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles has to do with our money, how we get it, how we spend it, how we save it, how we invest it. It's our time. What do we invest our time in? What do we spend our time doing? How do we give ourselves time, right? It's our physical body, our health, this meat suit that we are occupying. It's anything tangible, anything you can touch, anything that you can, anything that has monetary value. So, Page of Pentacles, I always see the Page of Pentacles as being the apprentice, because it's like the newbie, right? It's definitely beginner's energy. But it's like, when you start a new job, it's that temporary space of when everything is new and you don't know what you're doing. I hate that. I hate that. I'm just like, I have a Virgo moon, actually. So, but it's like, I just want to know everything so I can just independently go do stuff, So anyway, maybe you feel a little bit of the same way. Yeah, it's that period of time where you're learning something new. You could be deciding to go back to school. You could be deciding to, um, learn a new modality, astrology, human design, as a couple examples. Uh, you could be, I mean, even like learning a new art or like a new craft, something to like put your physical energy into. It could even just be a new project, like a new DIY project. We're in spring going into summer. There could even be gardening. And especially too, like with this card specifically, we have this little seedling that sprouted here. So it's like there's already something. It could even be like an idea about something that you want to do, an idea of a business you want to create, or your ideal job, your ideal life, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure you get the point. But I love that we start with a Page of Pentacles, because that tells me that there's already something brewing. There's already something. Maybe you have already started taking steps towards it. Maybe you have been writing down, like your plan. Maybe you have been acquiring stuff, like things to get going. Like if it is a craft, you need supplies. If it's a DIY thing, maybe you've been watching videos. Maybe you have been also, just kind of like getting supplies little by little. So this again, like it has this feeling with this seed already sprouting. It's like there's something that's already kind of in the works. And I love that it's paired with judgment because, excuse me, justice. Judgment is over here, justice. And this is a card of Libra. The Hierophant is Taurus. Judgment is fire. So Libra, Sagittarius, Aries. What did I say? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If I could get my words together. So I love that it's paired with justice, because justice is like karma. It's, it kind of has this fate aspect in the sense of karma. Like not karma like, you've done all these great things, you've done all these good things, and now it's time to, cash in that karma. It's not necessarily like that. It's more like a fate type of feeling. Justice is all about, I swear, what is going on with my words? Oh my gosh. That is so annoying. Okay. I mean, we're just going to move on. I don't know. What do you do about that? So, justice is about, the scales balancing here. It's about fairness. There's an objective, like truth aspect to it, because there's this one sword going right up the middle, the sword of truth, right? And it's divine truth. When you start inserting feelings and beliefs into justice, then it just becomes an opinion, right? So, it's got to be objective, facts only, right? There could have even been a lot of like shadow work that you've been doing, because, on this card, there's equal amount of stones on each side. So again, like things are in balance now. So it's almost like, being able to like go in and out of the shadow realm, or like, even your shadow aspect, even being able to recognize when you are in more of your shadow, like the sabotaging or, shame stories, the reasons why not to do something, the reasons why you don't deserve, blah, 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 right? I mean, all of those kind of shadowy aspects. It's like being able to recognize that those stories are going to show up, they're kind of on a loop, but also that they don't have to be what determines what you do. You can recognize them and be like, hey, what's up? I knew you were going to show up. But we're going to do this anyway. Especially, like whatever this Page of Pentacles is, this new idea, this new venture, whatever it is. And again, like I said, like with it paired with the Justice card, it is like almost like divinely guided.
type of thing. I feel like Virgo, a couple readings ago, maybe last month, maybe a couple readings ago, maybe not. Maybe I'm not thinking of the right one, but I feel like we were talking big shadow stuff a couple readings ago, but I can't remember. So then we have the Hierophant card. And like I said, the Hierophant is associated to Taurus. And even this, right? I mean, this could even be being a mentor. You could meet someone who would be a mentor to you. The Hierophant is about higher, like, education type of thing, or it's also like the passing down of knowledge. Like astrology would fall into that, organized religion would fall into that, traditions, like even, within your family would fall into that category. There's also a community aspect to it because, it's like sharing the knowledge or whatever with other people. That's another thing I notice I always do. Like I'll say something and I always throw in or and like say I just did it. I don't know why I feel like I have to like do that. Oh my god. Okay. What are you doing to me, Virgo? It's all your fault. No. Also, too, we have these mushrooms here and roots going into the ground. So it's interesting that this card comes after this seedling card that, just sprouted. So we know that there's roots in the ground for it too. There's also like even just this feeling about being grounded. You're an earth sign, right? So it's just making sure that through all of this, you are intentionally grounding yourself. And even on this Hierophant card, there's more than one mushroom. There's, these two other ones that are growing off of this main one here. So, there could even be something like whatever this Page of Pentacles is, could even grow branches. Like it could, create additional opportunities. Even to, like I was saying with the Page of Pentacles being the apprentice and that beginner's energy, like wanting to soak up all of the knowledge and information. And with it next to the Hierophant card, like that is the knowledge and the information. The Hierophant is also like traditional institutions. So it could be a job. It could be marriage. That's, kind of tradition. I mean, it could be divorce also. I mean, we're going to cover the whole spectrum here. But again, it could be yoga. It could be whatever it is. Again, I'm sure you get the point. I'm like beating a dead horse like multiple times here. That poor horse. But whatever it is, though, it would be something that you have an interest in. And something that, again, like it has this divinely guided thing to it. And it would be something that you would probably intuitively feel called to, right? Like with this card, take note of intuitive messages. And with it paired with the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's individual, feeling fulfilled, feeling purposeful, feeling like you found the thing. I love that this is, basically like a beach scene. This could be the sun rising, it could be the sun setting, depending on, whichever one you prefer. And then we have Judgment and the Ten of Wands. What did it say? That I was like, use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusions and blockages. Yeah. This almost kind of feels like blocking your blessings to a certain extent. Like Judgment it's the card before the World card. The World card is the end of the Fool's journey. And Judgment is about like that accountability. There's also this transformative energy to it. We have this, I think that's Cicada, is that what they're called? This card always reminds me of like my childhood because, like, in summertime, you would find these cicada shells like on trees and stuff. You would hear them, of course, all the time, like they're buzzing. But there is this shedding old skin, like literally in this card, shedding old skin vibe to it, like allowing yourself to even like make this transformation. And that could even just be energetically recognizing that there has been something that has shifted in you. And maybe even too, like the shift has come about, what you see as tradition, like maybe you have been kind of fitting yourself into the box of whatever, like the traditional things are in my head. And this is just me saying these things. It could be different for you. But, like the 9 to 5 job and, like having a traditional relationship and, kind of doing the regular things that just everybody does, believing in traditional organized religion in some aspect, like all of those things that are just kind of like their own boxes. Maybe there's something that's even shifting there. Like maybe you are recognizing that you no longer even fit into that box with the judgment card here, and whatever box that is. So like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be this like big outward expression, where you like shave your head and, do all these things. You can absolutely, if that's what you feel called to do, it can absolutely be that. But, it's just even like that energy shift, even allowing yourself to release the burden of the old shit. Because like I said, we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse here, and the 10 of Wands upright is about carrying burdens. It's about having a very full plate. But also, wands are action, communication, creativity, passion. How are you communicating those things? We were talking about Mars and Cancer before, Mars being that planet of motivation. It's like, what actions are you taking and what's your motivation behind those actions? And also, like, I see the wands as being information, because by trying things, you discover what works, what doesn't work, what do you like, what don't you like. It's all of those kind of like life lessons and stuff, which can feel like a burden, but also it makes you wise. Then you're even able to share with other people, like, I know that this works because this has been my experience. I know that this doesn't work because this was my experience. And tens are a completion too. So if you've felt burdened by this transformation, or if you've felt like, whatever this judgment card is for you, if it's been taking a lot of energy out of you, that's probably because there's been some level of resistance there. But also with the 10 of Wands being in the reverse, this is saying that it's like the book was saying, it's an illusion, or it's just a block. I also love, we have all these matchsticks. The Ace of Wands is a match that was lit. So, we've clearly gone through 10 matches here, but it's like they've burnt this hole here too. So it feels like a portal or something. I don't know, but I keep like looking in there. And then we have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And the Four of Wands is about success. It's generally a card of celebration. There's a community aspect to it also. But again, Wands being action, motivation, the things that you're doing, the steps that you're taking towards your goals. And when we get to the Four of Wands, this is like the actions that you have taken or will take will be successful. Like, you've reached a point of stability and foundation, and a community aspect, because like I said, even with the Hierophant, that has community to it as well, like other people. So this could even be, finding your soul tribe. We have the Ace of Cups, cups having to do with our emotions, heart chakra. It's love, right? But not just romantic love, but more so self love. What is your relationship to love, right? Like, how do you give yourself love? Like, how do you receive love? Because that is a big determination in how you give it. And I also love how in this card, speaking of love, in this card, there's this, funnel looking thing here. I mean, it looks like a glass, but there's clearly a water drop that's already hit this water, but there's another one coming to replace that. So again, because even like I was saying with this Hierophant card, like whatever this is, it could just create multiple branches, but it would also be something that as much as you are putting into it, you are going to be receiving from it. Definitely has a cyclical thing to it, which is what the Moon card was also talking about. This could even be, discovering something new that you love, since it's an ace. I mean, it could, of course, be a person. I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope that made sense, because I already have no clue what I said, which is kind of rare. I don't know. Virgo, you took me on a ride in this reading. There's always at least one sign a month that does that. And then I like it, whatever. Um, anyway, if you have made it this far, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Um, I still haven't found my words, apparently, but if you can, or if you haven't already, I'd appreciate if you liked the video. Honestly, dislike it if that's your truth. It's engagement, and I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, because my intention is to grow this beautiful community. Speaking of a couple community cards, and of course, I cannot do that without you. So, what else? Leave a comment. If you're not much of a commenter, you can just leave an emoji. I love that. I'm an emojier more than I am a commenter, so I feel that. But otherwise, like I said, I hope that this made sense. I'm here for the journey. I'm going to leave it there, and thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.